Is that it? I'm going to go with, hey guys, and welcome to the Thursday stream. Sorry about that. OBS just decided that it didn't want to work for me for a moment. I hit start and it was just like, no, I'm just going to show you a grey square for a little while. I'm like, no, bro, seriously. We got to work together to make this thing happen. There's people out there that want to watch this stuff. And hello to you guys. How you doing? Another three, I believe Wise and Pizza Pie are also out there. Hope you guys are doing well. I have been just spending the first couple of minutes looking around. Yeah, that's a rubbish bit of science. Don't have to worry about that. Looking around at my system going, what can we do here? What do we need to do to have a look? Let's go to the tracking station so you can see. The vast majority of stuff that we have in orbit around the around Kerbin. I'm just also playing my stream back to me. Hang about. Let me stop that quickly. There we go. Beautiful. Thankfully, it is on mute by default, so you guys don't hear that. Look at this triangle of power here. We of course booted this up when we first booted this world up back again for the second season, shall we call it. We ended up getting this lovely equilateral. No, it's not an equilateral. Isosceles triangle to get going with the with the comm satellites. They're looking good. But so we've got a whole bunch of relays because of that. But up here we've got a few probes, and probes are not relays. Looking at one of them, Sobek, mighty crocodile god Sobek himself, he is stranded at the very edge of his comms limits here. You can see there's a lot of different colours going on. But he is without fuel. I'm not even going to go in and have a look. He's got not enough fuel. But this guy over here, he is a probe. Now, again, probes are not relays, so let's go in and have a look. Ooh. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Jackson, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Everyone having a good day? I'm having a fairly good day myself. I'll be honest. I only woke up, I don't know, 5-6 hours ago. So yeah, it's been pretty solid day so far. This guy, he has got himself a little ScanSat satellite scanning device on the side of here. Wow, that was a lot of words to put out. It's not really doing much for us. If I'm to be honest, it's not doing anything at all. We already have the full map here. Can you guys see this? It's a bit of a tiny map. Is there a big picture, big map? Bam. So he's done everything that he can do here. So this is the wrong celestial body. We want Kerbin. Thanks very much. I don't know why this map doesn't reflect what this map shows. I'm not entirely certain of that, but here we go. We will load it up as is needed here. There's nowhere that we haven't passed over. So I think we're going to deal with this guy quickly. What a great way to start. I have also been working on other plans. This guy has no control at all. No control of his own. That's fine. Hopefully we were pointed in the right direction to slow down. Yeah, we were. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. So this hopefully is going to be a 100% demisable spacecraft. I don't know whether it is or not. We will find out. It turns out it is the hot new topic in satellites and rocketries is making sure that everything burns up on the way down. I mean, if you're crashing it into the ocean anyway, surely you want lumps to get down. Oh, Cubic, my man, how you doing? How do you feel about this? So the big thing with Starlink, right, or at least the big thing with the latest launch with Starlink was SpaceX going, hey, our Starlink systems, if they go wrong, will deorbit themselves. Which I'm like, if it goes wrong, how's it going to deorbit? But anyway, if anything goes wrong, they're going to deorbit themselves, and then they're going to be fully demisable. They will burn up completely on the way down. And I can see the bonuses of that, especially if it's an emergency situation and you don't know where it's coming down. But if it is a controlled situation where you do know where it's coming down, surely you just want to stick it in some like shallow ocean somewhere so you can go and get the scrap and recycle some of that stuff. You know, a lot of the materials that we put into our super technological spacecraft and stuff, you know, they're expensive things. You know, there's a lot of stuff in there that really needs to be reused again. Hey, Aradan 315, you're catching up with collaborative warfare, dude. I'm afraid it ends a little disappointingly, but great, love it, man. Welcome, citizens. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I'm not going to. Don't worry. It's just whatever you've got in your mind. It's worse than that. Alright, we are deorbiting this spacecraft just because I like to run a nice hygienic orbit, you know. It's nice to make sure that we're not having things smashing into each other. Hey, Mr. ZTech, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good time. It's not Mr. Sorry, that was very, very rude of me. And the AI ZTech, how are you doing? Alright, let's bring this down. It's looking good. We have come through the plasma blackout. Oh look, I had the foresight to put a parachute on this thing. Words are useful, you know. They help us communicate with each other. I built planes better than this purple guy. Most people build planes better than me. I believe that's kind of the appeal. I used to get some horrific lumps of scrap up in orbit. Not in orbit, in the atmosphere. The atmosphere used to be a lot easier. Back when we were doing collaborative warfare, it was very forgiving, very forgiving. You could just kind of like sneeze at a wing part and it would take off for you. Today's stream brought to you by tannings and caffeine. That's right, I'm having a cup of tea. I'm British, I'm sorry, it's going to happen. We will have little breaks for tea. Would an AI give itself a gender? I don't know. It's a bit of a hot topic of conversation at the moment. Did I save it? I mean, kind of. It didn't slow down for me, unfortunately, but the actual robot itself was survive. Oh, wait. We had one of these things where we got depth records, right? This thing is tannins. It's like it's one of the ingredients that they use in like leather making and stuff like that. It's also found in like oak leaves, but it's also found in tea leaves. And when you pour your hot water over it, it leaches out into it, and it's kind of like the bitter note to your tea. Yeah. There we go. I'm actually going to recover this. I'm not going to use this. Yeah, look, 20 meters. Whatever. Actually, I'm not going to use this as my depth record. Recover that vessel. We got a problem here. Are we gonna have an issue? I'm not gonna do this, man. I've said I'm not gonna do this. All right, Jackson. Fair enough, man. And then I'm gonna cancel that because 6 minutes ago. Yeah. I didn't want that to happen, but essentially we've destroyed this craft already. So I'm just gonna be like, get out of here. Okay, cool. Next thing we need to do, on escape trajectory out of the sun. Where are you? Looking good. Okay, so we have on the Mun a small little base. It's not a great base. It's not a worse base. It's a pretty good base. We also have a little rover. It's a big rover thing. Eve is actually grey. It's type. What light type you prefer? Like what colour? I'm not sure what you're going on about, buddy. So down here we got a pilot, we got a scientist, we got an engineer living in our weird little space base. I like the pyramid shape. Definitely paying homage to the Mayan culture here. No, it's not stepped. There's don't worry about that. But over here we have a little rover. Let's just swap over to our rover here. It's not great, but it's not terrible. What lighter type? I prefer the catalytic click ones. You go click and it sparks and it goes at you and you're like, ah! Oh, sorry, hit my microphone in my wild gesticulations there. But what I intend to do is take my pilot and my scientist out of here, and we're going to go on a mission looking for another biome, which I think is actually miles away. Somewhere down here, there's this biome is another biome. This crater over here is a different biome. But it's going to be a bit of a distance. So I think actually we want to add hotel to Mun base must include a rooftop restaurant. I like the idea of the rooftop restaurant though. That's nice. Trying to build. Unfortunately, I don't have the little chair. This is why we're doing this science, so that I can go and get the little chair and we can start building some crazy things. I mean, we could make some benches. It's neither great nor terrible. It's greatable. I mean, that just sounds like you're trying to shred it. Yeah. SAS disengaged. I'm sure the base will be fine. It looks fairly well stable. Unlike my camera. When do you reckon they'll ever feed it? Zed needs assistance. My friend, how can I assist ye? I like jetpacks on the moon. Come here. No, I had a board and I didn't do it. He's slipping. It's a little bit of a shame. A zipper. Okay, the zippers are all right. I saw your artwork earlier, buddy. Free. It's good. It was good work, man. It's good work. I would have possibly put it on a different color background because certain elements disappear. I can't remember exactly what it was I thought disappeared, but I remember being like, I would have used a different color background for that. Okay, let's let this go. The reason that I was looking through the base, looking through the list of stuff, spacecraft, just craft files, was because I really thought we had some sort of flying science lab out there. That's not quite how you're supposed to do that, is it? But it turns out that wasn't around. Okay, quick save. We're going to be quick saving a lot here because we're going to try and drive up and over there at a bit of a pace. Is there a way of me activating a waypoint? I used to have waypoint manager and we could add stuff there. Is it me or is the game noises loud? No, it's all right. Maybe this is just loud. I need someone to write me a paper about how modern day would not function without using gold, silver, and platinum as currency, and that fantasy gods from D&D would be destroyed by humans if they want. I need someone to write me a paper about how modern day world would... I'm going to go with would function with using gold, silver, and platinum as currency. I mean, we kind of do. Not because they're like that's the standard or whatever, but like that's what we use to make our electronics, right? Okay, what do we reckon the top speed is that I'm going to be able to sustainably pull off in this? I'm guessing something like 20. Well, I mean, today's modern world wouldn't function using gold, silver, and platinum because we're using, we're using them. Am I driving right towards... So do we want to go around this crater? Okay, let's try... Let's get a big old view on... Oh, man, that's not even a crater. That was just a hill. That was just a hill. What I want to do is get enough speed up coming off the top. Sorry, 200 characters, not enough. Yeah, it's true, it's true. Build a bridge that connects 2 points of a canyon to the Mun. That's nice. 42 kilometers an hour, miles per hour. Sorry, can we get that in meters per second? Anyone want to do a quick bit? Also, hey Carl, how you doing? I'll tell you something that I've not put on this that I normally do put on my rovers. Some downward facing thrusters. Am I going to try and take off with this? Do we reckon that I could get seriously? This is like top speed we can sustain. I'm just pushing forwards. Look, just pushing forwards. We would need to change this, but let's do this. Pilot normal. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's pick up some speed and then we can take off. We're pointed in roughly the right direction, right? That's how this works. Okay, and lift off. Works for me. Works for me. Okay, we definitely want to go up more. Still pulling sideways. That's because of the uneven weight distribution. It's not pulling sideways too much though, and it does look like we're heading in roughly the right direction, so I will take it. I don't want the target, I want surface velocity. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can get a good speed up and just kind of drop over this way. Quick save then speed. I mean, I did the quick save at the beginning of the flight and we didn't really get very far. The question is, do I quick save at Apwaps or not? Okay, looking good now. Let's just add some distance to it. Right, I'll take that. That is a different biome over there. Woo-wee. You only know freedom measurements. Ah, that's a shame, buddy. That's a shame. Let's do a spin. Yeah, that's what it's about. Living on the world. No, we're not though, are we? All right, let's. I see no reason not to speed through this flight. Gonna jump up and over. When do you reckon we should start trying to slow down? Like now? I think maybe now. I don't want to be pointed downward. Are we still? We are traveling downwards. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Does anybody know how quickly this stops? Quick save now. All right, I'll take your advice. Look, we can use this wall as a ramp when we're done. All right, I'm going to start slowing down to land in this crater. The nice little runway here, I think. Here we go, guys. I don't see any way this will go wrong. How could it? How even could it? Yeah, we haven't used them recently, and we only used them like once, really. Okay, we need to bring us down in a very slow drop. I'm going to once again put the brakes on because we'll use these as landing. We'll once again use these as landing legs as opposed to wheels because I don't have the underthrusters. If I had the underthrusters on, I would totally arrest our motion, and then like I would normally put a probe core on the very top of the craft so that I could point upwards. North Korea is still testing with nuclear weapons. This is true. This is true. It's pretty hard to get them to do what you want, but you know, that's working with people, right? It's working with people. Okay, we are on the land altimeter. Man, that is still really loud in my ear. Okay, we're coming down a little bit faster than I would like. Let's just throttle this up a bit. There we go. We're starting to slow down. As always, I like to be at about 3 meters per second by the time we touch the floor. We are burning fuel, though. Oh, man. We might not even have enough fuel to be able to fly back. That could be a serious, legitimate issue here. Oh, why can't we slow down? No. Turn over. Okay, we got it. Okay, so, we did a thing. This is fine. Not sure if the wheels are going to have enough purchase to, be able to push us up the hill. Okay, alright. I don't think we got enough fuel. I really don't think we got enough fuel. Let's alt and up. Oh, wait. We should quick save it, right? Let's find a nice flat bit and then do a nice little quick save. And then we'll think about doing times for driving up the hill until we jump up and go as far as we can. Oh, hey, Seb. How you doing, man? Is Seb all right? Am I cool to call you that? Sebastian? Tom Bradley, get rid of nuclear weapons altogether and start developing peace. I mean, that would be great, but you get too many people being like, oh, it's unrealistic, when actually they just are scared or something. Yeah, I don't know. What the actual reason is, we'll never know. Even the people saying don't know the real reason, because who actually knows their own reasonings for stuff? I didn't actually see where that was. What biome are we in right now? That's kind of what I need to ascertain right here. Let's do a pressure data, and we are Midlands. Midlands was not where I was expecting to be, if I'm to be honest with you. Log that temperature, thank you. And then over this side, we've got a mystery goo canister. Look at that, beautiful. And we'll get our scientist out to tidy all this up in a bit. Okay, that's cool. We also want to do a crew report. Nice. And then we need to get our scientist out because he's the important person here. We'll do an EVA report. Thanks. We'll grab any experiments that are there. We'll take all of these, take that data. Yeah, take that data and take this data. All right, beautiful. Collect data. This is a little bit, unfortunately, one of the more tedious parts of the game. It's going through and grabbing all... Oh, am I too far away? Oh, looks like I might be too far away. Let's climb up there. All right, cool. Collect that data. Thank you. Do not show me again. I don't know why it's taken me this long to click that. I like nuclear weapons, but I would prefer orbital kinetic weaponry. Yeah, there comes a point when you get enough speed that your kinetic energy just far outweighs anything that, like, if you were made out of 100% high explosives could be able to do, you know? All right, cool. That's what we want. Quick save. I am going to drive up this ramp as fast as this can go on its electrical motive power. We are going to bounce up. Maybe another 3, maybe. Who knows? Did I forget to take the surface sample? I might have. Thanks. Let's go and have a look. Because I think we're a little bit too high up at the moment. No, we can do that here. Okay, surface sample from the Midlands. All right, nice. What I was expecting to find. Do I still have this picture here? Oh, hey, how you guys doing? So let me turn my red square on as well. Hey, how's this? Can I move this? Okay, cool. I was expecting us to be there. You see this one, and it's got a little crater in the middle there. Different biome. I was expecting that to be the biome we're in. Instead, it says we're in this grey stuff over here. And of course, just to remind everyone, base. Ooh, let's not do that. Base is up here somewhere. I wish I could zoom in on this, but I don't know if there is a way. I'm sure there is. I don't think we need to thank God for having freedoms. We could just, thank the people around us. Let's keep moving up this way. I'm going to change this back to SAS only, so it just holds our position for us. Oh man, the drift is real. The drift is real. Okay, here we go. Which one should we aim for? This little peak right here. No, it's not quite straight, is it? This one over here. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we're doing. Can't you turn on the in-game map? I don't know if we've got the biome data. Terrain, biome. Here we go. Yeah, we're kind of just grey at the moment. We need to send this guy over here an energy package or something like that. Are we really limited to 10 meters per... Oh, wait. Orbital surface. Are we really limited to 9.2 meters per second? Is this really what's going on? Is there a motor limit? No limits? All the limits. I don't know which one actually works out better here. Gear ratios. Oh, we could go about changing some gear ratios. I'm not sure. We want to go shorter, right? I don't know which way we want this to go actually. Which way grants us more power? I mean, we're already at max safe speed. How do we do that? That's very fast. Okay, so I've got this feeling, guys, that we're not gonna go off. What happened to tape? New life, new job, new opportunities. If that was the case, yeah. Nukes guarantee peace. No one will wage war if there is no one to wage war. Are you saying after nukes have been used, we're all like done? We're all good. I have a feeling that this is going to be bad. Man, I didn't want to end up having to just drive, you know? So I'm guessing we wanted to actually be there. This is not going to get us home like this, is it? Do we go and get... I'm wondering why Twitchi went quiet. You accidentally paused. Yeah, I tend not to go quiet. I do my best not to. Sometimes I'm like... thinking, but that's fine. So yeah, do we go for the crater science over there somewhere, or do we just roll home and send out a refuel pod? Because that's what we're gonna have to do, right? That is definitely something we're gonna have to do, is send out a refuel mission. We don't have the science. We don't have the science for... What is this even on right now? Not the panels. I need to know what the SAS is on. SAS only. No, stop. Slow down. We are pointed sideways and I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, let's just swing up. Look how strong my reaction wheels are compared to any other force here. This is one of the problems. This is why I like to say, hey, reaction wheels SAS only. But it then decides that this is the angle you want to be at, right? And that's kind of difficult when you change. No, we didn't crash. We didn't crash. But we do have like many more craters to cross. We don't have the fuel. Do I send out a refuel mission like right now? Are those the only motorized wheels? Yes, these are the only motorized wheels we have right now. It's a bit of a shame. I want a YouTube channel and practice the constant commentary, but never made one, so now I'm just talking to myself whilst playing game. That's a good plan, to be fair, mate. One of the things I find... I was going to say, like, a lot of people just kind of focus in on the game they're playing, which is great. You know, that's kind of like oneness and stuff like that. That's, yeah, okay, we'll send a refuel out. Yeah, I'm all about the concept of oneness, like really concentrating on the thing that's in front of you, making sure that it's done to the best of your ability, right? Why won't it let me go to the... Oh, because I'm time warping. Now it won't let me... Why? Okay, all right, fine. That's whatever. How do we send the actual refuel? We've got an engineer on board, so we need to send some sort of canister with it so that... hey, Dornell, how you doing, man? My amigo, indeed. How are you? Connection systems. This is the problem that we've got right now. This is the problem we've got. I can definitely make... a fuel canister like we do, so let's send that one because it's got SAS control on its own. We don't need to add stuff. Let's send an actual serious fuel canister. How serious is serious? Like, do we just send one of these and then put the attachment system? EVA items are not... We need to take one of these with us somehow, so we need to make sure that we get a container on there. You heard about the dude that claimed we should teach less WW2 in schools? No, but that history is like disappearing from us now, right? I don't know how I stand on that one. Probably a controversial issue that I probably shouldn't speak on, right? Let's put the cheetah engine on the bottom here and then go, hey, I don't want any of that. And then it kind of looks like a decent craft, and this is like one of the more efficient engines in the game, if I remember correctly. 355 in vacuum. Do I have the Poodle? 350. Obviously, it's not the Wolfhound. Oh man, the Wolfhound is quite the engine. It was like 4 something. 345. That's pretty good, and 320 over there, but it's not got the size I need. I'm going to go with the 355. That looks pretty good. So this is like our refuel canister. We want to... There's coupling systems that I need. And do we actually have them? Utilities. Do we have the connection system? I thought we did, and now I'm suddenly like, I don't know. Do we? There's a Kerbal attachment system thing. Thing. Port. That's a joint socket though. That's not a resource node. Is it? Cable, hose. It does the hose. Okay, it's very important that we do hose. Let's come in here, and I'm going to attach 2 of these to this. Though we do need, as I say, to figure out how to get the Kerbal attachment screwdriver and such forth with it. Like, we've got an electric screwdriver, we've got a wrench, some explosives, maybe. I don't know. Could be a thing. Too traumatic. Oh no. See, that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why. Or not the reason why I would be like, maybe he's right. But not that I would say he is, because man, that's super controversial. Let's put a breakable on it, shall we? No, let's not. Let's just get 4 of these here. Let's be conservative with our ways. So this is a piece of throwaway junk, right? Is this what we're saying? I think we are. Coupling payloads are what I need here. So which one of these contains space? It's literally just that one, right? You see how that's got the KIS inventory? It won't let me highlight it. Do any of the others? These do. Ooh, yes. I'll take... Oh, it's huge. It's huge. What about you? Yeah, that's more the size we want. Okay, if we take this off the bottom. I remember how the system works. What? We put that in there. We put this over here. Been another shooting in... Oh, dropping stuff in California. That's a tragedy. Okay, that's what we're after, and we'll put these EVA items in here. Okay, so what are we going to send them on the moon? We're obviously going to send them some beer, and we want to send the wrench and the screwdriver. We could probably do with a guitar because they need to look after themselves. An EVA fuel canister. Let's actually send a few of those just in case. Okay, and some food. I don't know whether the taco will actually work. Yeah, we got Kerbal inventory system, which means we can go and attach stuff like this to the side of the spacecraft we have out there, and that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. So this is like fuel tanker 1, right? If I could actually hit the buttons that I'm going for. Fuel. Oh no, tanker 1. Okay. We're gonna save that and then put a lift. Do I have super light flow? What does this do? I mean, we'll blatantly have to redo the fairing, but it'll make it. It will make it. Do we need the fairing? Do we even? Okay, let's do it. Edit the fairing. Oh, hey. Can we, yeah, come down. And we're just going to go as far up here with a cross section. It will let, I hate it when there's the smallest cross section we can do, okay? Going up. No, that's still not great. Something like that? Yeah. All right, that looks good. That looks good. All right. Altering gun laws is what the liberals in America want. Will not solve the problem. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, yes, you need to address whatever the issue is that's causing these guys to go nuts, right? But you know, I live in a country with no guns. Do you know how many mass shootings we have? Let's go launch pad. But of course, then they start like doing all sorts of crazy things. But yeah. All right, we are going to the moon. Nice little refuel. And then I have something else to launch to the moon as well. We've got a little... Not as many as you guys think we do. And also, they only generally get one person at that point, not an entire room full of them. Yeah, we've discussed how silly that is, Zed, because like you can walk anywhere around without getting stabbed up in London. It's really not a problem. Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off. More launch there. More launch. Hey, King Golden, how you doing, man? Didn't see you there. I hope you're having a good time. We are on our way to orbit. This has a refuel tanker inside of it. We can't quite look through. It's literally just got that sort of stuff. There's an engine and a fuel tanker and things like that. We have a rover on the moon that has a big old rocket on it. And that rocket has run out of fuel. So our thing... Oh, I don't know, man. Sounds like maybe not. But our rover has run out of fuel, so we're going to go send this out there. When KSP2 comes out, I help you get to Juna. I mean, I don't know whether KSP2 will have Juna. I mean, I'm hoping that the original planets are there, but do we know? Do we know whether the original Kerbal system's going to be there? KSP is quite difficult when you add in orbital dynamics. Yeah, it really is. I use things like... so if you go to the Kerbal alarm clock here and then you add a new alarm, there is... transfer windows, and you can go, hey, I'm around the sun and I'm coming from Kerbin. When can I leave to go to any of these places? Because of course the timing is very important. If you arrive at the right place but at the wrong time, the planet that you're aiming for is further along its orbit, right? So this is the very, very first bit you need to figure out. There is, of course, a calculator online you can use. if you don't want to use these third-party tools inside the game, which I totally understand why that would want to be a thing. But, you know, as you say, orbital dynamics, it's pretty hard. It's not the type of thing us casual gamers can just do in our heads. Once you've been playing Kerbal for a little while, like my mate Flemmy, he can kind of just eyeball it because he's been doing these launches for some time now. I don't know where we're going to have the fuel here. Oh, all the delts are in here, which is a bit of a shame. But, oh, I didn't. I've made a horrible error, guys, and I think this is possibly the first time I have made this ridiculously horrible error. I counted the fuel in the refuel tank as part of what we wanted to... back to the drawing boards. So what we need to do, of course, is to disable the fuel tank. Wait, here. This one here. We just need to turn them off. I mean, that's still 3 point something. We're very close to getting up there like that. Look at it, actually. Look at it. Okay, let's try this by going... Take these off here. I'm then going to double out the engines here. We can't get this giant. We were just talking about how we don't have enough fuel right now, wise. But we got things we need to do. But don't worry, Giant Cube is one of the modules we're going to add to the base. It's just we went for science so that we could add more modules to the base, and we had a little upset along the way. Let's do something crazy. Bam, aerodynamics. Ha, overrated. Okay, so that's still 3.2. It's not great, is it? I want to change this to Kerbin so I get more accurate figures. Thanks. It's still not great. Well, I mean, we know what to do. Are we Kerbal players or are we Kerbal players? We put this here and we go to the engines and we go, more boosters. There we go, that's better. That's what we need. Okay, in the KSpedia, I should have, look at this, put this here. Let's just double check our numbers. Who needs as I say quite often, Sebastian, aerodynamics are overrated. Thrust will overcome any issue you have. Let's move also these down here so that we get a little bit more oomph for our money. So 3.5, 4.5. Landing. Ooh, where are we? Landing here. I think maybe we want to stick another couple of 100 delts on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this off here, and we're going to put. I get the feeling that you should have just upgraded to a much bigger tank. Much bigger rocket system. Maybe one Thursday we'll sit down with all the things we've unlocked and design a whole series of boosters. Indeed, you need ideal thrust, one might say. Okay, so that's 5,000 delts here, according to this particular picture. I'm not sure which one's going to run out first, the liquids or the solids. I'm hoping the solids, but here we go. Let's give it our second good chance, shall we? I should really have saved it. Can we spin it? Can we spin it in the atmosphere? Probably not. I mean, like, we can really easily, but will we? Probably not. 56%. That's good odds. Better than chance, just. All right, we're going to go straight upwards until we drop the solid boost. Depends how long the solid boosters burn, but we're going to go straight upwards for a little bit. What we're looking to do is hit 45 degrees at 10 kilometers. It's not ideal, but it's a fairly good system. I should throttle up the other engines as well. That would also help. Though the fact that we started moving with just the solids is very, very encouraging. Very encouraging. Okay, so I'm about 3 or 4 degrees, maybe not even that, off the center line here, just to make sure that, you know, when I drop my solid boosters, we don't blow up the KSC below us. There's better chances than usual. I don't know. I normally like to hit about an 80% chance of mission success. Okay, let's keep falling over. I actually stayed upright for far too long. Solid boosters are about to drop. in about 10 seconds, maybe. Just taking a guess. I have to do other stuff. Oh, buddy. All right, it was good to chat, man. It was good to chat. Okay, still climbing speed. I'm just going to throttle down a little bit. Put us just below the 1.5 G mark here. Still gaining in a lot of speed here. Please shut down the main computer while you're at it. What, Zed or me? What we should do though is, you are very right. We should say, hey, hibernate. Make that automatic, please, because that's very important. We need to make sure that when we are coasting our way through the dark night of space, that we aren't chewing up all our power. Okay, we've already actually exceeded where I wanted to go. That's fine. It's no problem. So I basically launch my Kerbal vessels in a two-stage process. I very much just throw it up as far as it will go upwards to begin with, and then go sideways. Now, if I was going to be efficient, those two things should be working together at the same time. So I start off. Can I draw a graph on screen? I start off like going upwards, and then eventually it just curves over, and then when I'm at the right speed, my arc is just hitting the top. That is ideally what should happen, but the chances of me ever actually doing that are quite slim. I'm not the most precise when it comes to launching, but let's drop this, and then I also we got solar panel. I thought for some reason I would have to deploy some solar panels. Space infinitely dark, infinitely light. That is true. It is true. I mean, there is a lot of light in space. It's just you've got to be pointing your eyes at the photons to look at them. It's not like they just randomly scatter in your direction for no apparent reason. Straight lines and gravitational dips. Someone made a modding system for Satisfactory. Nice. I mean, it's one of those games that kind of needs it, you know. Because like games like Satisfactory, Factorio, these resource management / build your own factory games, you get to the point where you're like, all right, add another module, because you're just adding on to the next thing in the end. Oh, we have boop. Yeah, and so, you know, mods are great. Mods are great. Not that I ever got through the original game of Satisfactory. They actually finished the tech line. Have they actually released it yet, or is it still early access? I think that's more the question that I'm trying to ask here. I think more importantly, we might not actually reach orbital velocity by the time we cross our Apple apps. Burning at full throttle. Turns out we could have used a bigger engine on this. Bigger engine. I mean, we are accelerating a giant mass of fuel at the front. It's still in early access. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go have a look at it. I mean, I've just finished my casual game of Factorio. I say fit. I launched my rocket. I'm like, yay! And now I'm like, do I want to go back? Isn't tea just leaf soup? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's more of a some types of soup are teas, but not all soups. All teas are soups, but not all soups are teas. Is that a thing? There's always a need for more thrust. Yeah, we could have done with a little cluster of engines down on the bottom here, but I think we will be making it to the moon. We're gathering a lot of speed. As you can see, our orbit has nearly encompassed the whole planet. And once we're up in orbit, that's it. It doesn't matter what our thrust is. We'll just go for it. Boop. I will take that as a good launch. Okay, so we want to go to the moon as fast as possible because, of course, let's remember the people on the moon have a limited food budget. Oh, look, we get to do it first orbit as well. Normally, we end up overshooting and having to wait for another orbit. You know what? That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. I will take that. Let's make sure that we can feed our probe. Very important that our probes can feed. Twitchi is master of finishing him on thrust. Good jokes, man. Good jokes. Yeah, food's more limited than Soviet Russia. It's true. The food was there, it just wasn't given to the people, right? No, because there was all sorts of problems. I know very little about this sort of stuff. You know that like we should teach World War II in schools thing? This is probably why. Apart from that, that wasn't Soviet, was it, at that point? You see, my educational knowledge here is quite limited. Like, we're on the winning side. We don't need to remember that stuff. I'm going to get back to watching the news. All right, yeah, have a good time, man. Have a good time. Let me know what's going in the world. I don't know what. Fear and mistrust, that's generally what's going on in the world. It was Soviet in the Second World War. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. It was the big starvation in Ukraine. Yeah, totally sad. But, I mean, we should also be mindful of that history, you know? Apart from most people aren't. Why did I do that? I pressed the wrong button when I was trying to time warp. Are we even... Yeah, nah, that's alright. That's alright. Okay, let's warp over here. With the greatest of haste. Hopefully we're going to be keeping our electric charge. Yeah, 83 is not a worrying number. We are about to drop behind the planet and lose our visibility. Did we not? Yeah, we got our burn time in like 2 minutes. Did it not do a thing for us? All right, it's like no, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm like, okay, start my burn in 13 seconds. 10, 9, 8. I always hate countdowns that start from 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Why is it not going? Because we got no control. No! What happened to our wonderful communication system? What happened here? Look at it all. And I'm just not... Look at it all. Look at it. Why is no one talking to me? Why is no one talking to me? How did I get talked to all the way around? That's more the important bit there. How did talking happen when I obviously have no antenna? Man, I wish I had a checklist on the side of my screen to remember this type of stuff. It's almost like everybody's been telling me this for years now. Years. We need one of these. Away. Electrical communication. There we go. Should we have the ones that fold out, or should we have these? All right. I'll see you later, Wise. It was good to see you, buddy. It was good to see you. Okay, so we'll have one of these for standard communicational practices, like that, and then we'll also put one of these relay antennas on top because I am a sadist. Can we not bring this down? There we go. Like that. Oh yeah. Oh, great. Okay, that should be enough man now. I feel bad. All right, let's try and do this at time accelerate this time. It should be fine. Soviets yoinked a whole lot of people from Poland because their dialect was similar to German. Got no compensation for it. Yeah, that sucks, man. Was it not cleared up in Nuremberg or whatever? All right. T, Z, go. Pull it over to a harsher angle. Start speeding up time. Watch the whole thing flip out as my aerodynamics suck. Okay, bring it back down into normal time warp for this solid booster drop off. We're going like 4, 5, coming up to twice the speed of sound here. Maybe a little less acceleration would be good. Okay, bringing it over. That was a brutal takeoff. Brutal takeoff. But I think we're doing okay. We're at 20 kilometers. I always wonder what's a good height to be popping my fairings. I always leave it till we're in space. That's what I'm trying to say there. But I'm not sure whether I want to do it a little bit earlier or not. Let's just keep pulling it over. I am literally like brutally manhandling this into space now. Any sense of finesse has been lost as we coast our way up. The Allies gave Soviet free reign. Well, yeah, I mean, It's a bit hard when they helped. What'd you do? What'd you do? I think that was the whole point of the Cold War, right? It was like, oops. Lose the fairing at 15 kilometers. The atmosphere is thin enough. Okay, I'll try that in the future. Okay, we should be able to like actually keep our connection now. If I can point myself in the right direction, we definitely need. I remember we don't have the thrust to be all messy about up in the top atmosphere here, top of our arc here. Needs to just go, 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 go. I will even leave us pointing a little bit upwards just to be certain. Just to be certain. Yeah, it's crazy. You can literally just pop them anywhere, I reckon. Aerodynamics being overrated and all that. Okay, this is looking good. No, this isn't looking great. This isn't looking great at all, actually. I wish there was a bit of a turbocharge button for your engines. That would be cool. Good news, we're taking less than a second to get there. Or maybe less than a second per second, if you see what I'm saying. But that's not working out for us now, so I'm going to just nose up a little bit in the hope that we can keep that moving forwards. We seem to be travelling upwards. Exactly 2 seconds away from the apoapse. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, we're starting to push it ahead. That's actually good. That's good. That's an indication that I am thrusting hard enough to not fall back to Earth at any point. It's curbing to Earth. Wow. That's twice this week. Literally never done that before, and now twice in 1 week. It's like calling your girlfriend by your ex's name, right? Oof. You feel bad. It's like, no, seriously, mate. I'm over that other planet. It's all about you right now. All right, going around pretty good. Pretty good. Pops them before launch. I mean, to be fair, I could probably get away with doing that. Come on, let's just burn that parry. Oh, I pushed down too much. There we go. Beautiful. Now we'll figure out how to get to the moon. Add maneuver, push it out. I just want to touch the moon's sphere of influence. I don't know whether there is an optimum depth to get into the moon's sphere of influence. I'm going to go with that. We should probably like set the moon as a target and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Cool. Continue the spin round so that we can point in the right direction. I wonder how space combat would work slowly at great distance and line of sights. This is the reason why collaborative warfare never went to space. Not just because the missiles never worked in space, but like once you're in orbit, right? And trying to change that is very difficult. You can change your relative orbits to stuff, but missiles are generally better at maneuvering than spacecraft with squishy Kerbals inside because they're lighter, right? You can make a missile out of literally control system, fuel tank, engine. Whereas if you've got to put Kerbal in it, suddenly you've doubled the weight of the craft or something like that. So lasers work. Lasers. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. Feeling good about this. Yeah, like Kerbal Rising. We didn't get close enough. We got the same problem as last time. For some reason, it wants to give us a 2-minute buffer on our burn time here. Okay, we got the connection this time. Woo! Just literally 2 Kerbin. That's it's not ideal, to be honest with you, but this is where we are. This is the life we face. The specific setup of the universe has led us to this specific set of conditions. It's a good solid burn. It's working well for us. Half a kilometre or so to add to it, to add to our current velocity. That's what the delta V actually means, is change in velocity. 300, it's looking good. Oh man, I've only been going for an hour and I'm already like, oh, my face. Also, pretty much out of tea. Makes me sad. Makes me sad. Okay, here we go. I'll take that. Thanks. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we need to... I'm just going to pop us up to the moon sphere of influence. No, this one. You see these little... There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Whoa, the moon's coming at me. Why does it give me two alarm clocks here? Which one's going to rip me out of warp first? Let's delete these. Bam, bam. All right, cool. Also, I need to stop highlighting that, man. All right. All right. Now we need to try and figure out where we at. Grumble cake. There we go. You, Miss Shore Rover, are where I am targeting. It's fairly nice. I wonder how much the orbit's gonna... Not the orbit, the surface of the planet's gonna spin underneath us, surface of the moon. Alright, let's get rolling. Just going to go to Periaps and then turn myself around. I've still got plenty of electric charge and quite a bit of fuel left as well. Wasn't really expecting that. I was expected to be dumping this central tank at some point. And to be fair, we will be dumping it at some point, but it looks like we're going to have all the fuel we need for the majority of the maneuvers. Why am I taking so long to reorientate? It's because it's a big old spacecraft and we got this tiny little reaction wheel at the front here. Normally we do it under a little bit of power, but I'm pointed in the wrong direction right now, so I'm just gonna use time accelerate to make it feel a little bit better, a little bit more bearable. Technically, we should now be thinking about how to bring ourselves back into a control, but I'm just gonna let it spin. We're just gonna let it spin, and we're gonna use the power of time warp. He be very chunky. Well, just compared to the thing that's trying to move it, you know. Oh, sometimes I really wish I had put more thought into the maneuverability of my craft, and this is one of those times. Just little sideways thrusters would have been great. I don't even know whether I wanted to go as far as RCS or just put some like liquid fuel thrusters pointing sideways. You know, those tiny little ant engines that we've got. They would work fine as a control system. You just got to turn them on and off individually, right? It's a bit more manual. But when you just literally spinning on one axis, it's no problem. No problem. Full throttle. Go. I'm not sure where I want to lower my orbit from. Now, I've got a feeling actually we want to be around here and then slow down like this. Oh, even that's not great. Let's try there. Oh wait, the moon doesn't actually spin, does it? Let's just try that, and we'll see what we get there. Let's just try that, and we'll see what we get there. So let's warp to this maneuver. It is spinning pretty hard, actually. Which is obviously just like my relativeness to it, but let's try dragging this round a bit more. Am I always going to be... Oh, mate, we played this game before. I'm always going to be just a little bit too far away. Okay, well, let's start a dropping maneuver then. Let's start a dropping maneuver. As soon as I actually get to turn around. Same problem as last time, but this time I'm just going to go, hey, get a bit of turn going, buddy. It's not working. Why is it not working? Yeah, no, long pause to see if anything's going on. We've got control. What's going on, man? What's going on? Where's my... No, approach, advanced orbital info. Where's like my little control point here? So somewhere in here. That one. No. Am I actually pushing stuff? I mean, stuff is getting pushed. taking a while, though. Wow. You would have thought there we go. It's picking up. With a nearly empty fuel tank, it would have been turning. And I get the end has got quite a lot of fuel in it, but last 50 seconds. Good job we got paused in plenty of time. Plenty of time. Pointing exactly at Kerbin. Lol. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this roughly down, just so we can start catching up with the... Ooh. That's an interesting way of doing that. Okay, fine. I'm not sure what made it spin, but... Love that moment when it takes me 10 minutes to turn. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm just going to thrust downwards a little bit here, just to bring that apoapse down to us. Why did it spin? Why did it spin? More importantly, why is it not leveling out as... look at this. The SAS is toggling, which means it's trying to center out here. Alright, I'm just going to take that as good for the moment. Let's wait till we're pointed forward in our orbit, and then we go bam. Okay. Close to being able to just drop down on top of them. If I now just go, hey, can you circularize that a little bit so we can catch up on stuff? Are we going to spin out wildly? We're not spinning out wildly. Okay, that's good. We'll go back round to this side. All right, Seb. See you later, buddy. We're literally just about to land this fuel tank, but cool. But cool. Two, one. Nice. Why are you failing to turn again? When I press the buttons, things are supposed to happen. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm pressing Alt to do the time warp, but all that's doing is... that explains the list as well. So if you press Alt and one of the direction keys, can you see how I just seem to be turning downwards? I'm not pressing any buttons. It's because we've put the trimming on. There we go. Let's just center that up. Beautiful. Let's see what happened there. That's hilarious. Okay. Right, now we're going to just bring this down over the top of... the rover. Kind of want to point up a little bit. Can you clap with your feet? No, I'm wearing socks, so it kind of super dampens it, you know. Okay, we're going to come down like that, and then we'll try and drop over the other side. How nearly out of fuel is nearly out of fuel? It's pretty low. It's pretty low. We're going to have to turn the other fuel tank on soon. Make a few final adjustments. Oh, come on, turn! We're getting there, but wow. That is where we're trying to go. Okay, let's use some fuel here to get the turn going quicker. We're blatantly not going to be able to stop in time, are we? Thankfully, we got a whole lot of fuel, and that's a rover, so we can just drive to ourselves. Not ideal, obviously, but it will do. And we've got the... Oh, that's controversial, mate. As with anything, people can do what they want, you know. That's generally what I feel. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, whatever. Right, so we're turning over. We are ready to burn. Okay, let's do a stage. Turn on this fuel tank. Marvel at the clipping there. All right, beautiful. We want to push ourselves over this way. Because it's controversial, you asked me. Cheers, man. Thanks. Alright, let's try and get this coming down right on top of them if we can. I am burning a lot of fuel. More fuel than I would have liked to. Okay, remember the planet is the moon, sorry, is going to spin. Let's go with that. Oh, wow, that is coming down steep. Steep. Alright, we just need to touch the surface. Nothing serious here. We're going to be coming down hard, though. Let's try and point ourselves in the right direction. How we've got no sunlight. Does this have an alternator on board? That's the real question. Yeah, we're getting fuel back by doing that. Okay, cool. Sorry, electric power back from doing that. Yeah, let's drop our descent a little bit. Let's drop all our speeds a little bit, actually. Definitely want to push more this way still. Oh man, are we going to have even half the fuel left by the time we get down there? That'd be great if we could. Alright, alright. Looking fine and fancy, but man, it's going to take us a little bit to get down there. Okay, surface, 139 meters per second. That sounded pretty good. We are about roughly, I mean, it doesn't want to tell us here, 16 kilometers up from the actual moon surface, though. Only 11. Good job we weren't paying attention to the other one that much. Coming down pretty close. I don't want to land in that crater. That's probably the one thing I don't want to do. Can we push ourselves a little bit more over this way? Let's just do that. Okay, that should be dropping me directly on their faces. Give or take. Give or take. And that's good enough, because we don't want to actually drop on them, because that would be pretty horrific. Explosions and such forth. Would have been nice to have brought the suicide burn calculator with me. Part of the Kerbal engineer. If I put the Kerbal engineering pad on, we could have done that. Okay, here we go. Let's start slowing ourselves down. That engine is super power. Super power. Got to get somewhere between these 2 points. Not quite the bit I want to be falling on yet, so let's just keep drifting over that way. Kind of want to orientate myself round up and down so that I can come this one. KE has a pad on. Panel? Put the panel on? Maybe I munched some words together there. It's a possibility. It's a high possibility. It's also a high possibility we're not going to have any fuel left by the time we land this fuel tanker. Oh. Okay, we're about 2.1 kilometers up, and the rover is about 2.1 kilometers away, so we must be roughly in the right place. I'm going to halve the engine power because, oh man, it's just a little bit too much at the moment. Seem to be coming down well. Coming down in roughly the right position. Where is the balance point on the throttle? There we go. It's rough. It's still, even though that I done it to half power, it's still so far off the bottom of the range. Okay, got 400 meters to full. Gonna cut my engine a little bit because I would like to cover that distance in less than 400 seconds. 5 minutes slow crash, you know. Basic docking procedure, right? Oh, you just kind of crash into it. Just take a long time about it, you know. Okay, 7 meters per second. Actually building up speed now. That's not what we want. Ooh, yeah, got some throttle plume on the floor. Okay, no, don't blow up. Don't blow up. Ah. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Let's let it settle down. Turn the SAS off. Just see where we end up. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to roll me into the crater. Can we counteract this roll? I mean, kind of. Are we slowing down? I don't know if we're slowing down or not. Okay, there we go. We got it. 200 meters is not bad. 200 meters is not bad at all. All right, let's go and reattach this fuel line. Drag all the fuel out of it that we can. Leaving a tiny bit to like fly it away and blow it up, because of course we don't want debris, right? Debris not our jam. Maybe we'll turn it around and point it uphill so that we can send it upwards as high as it will go. Obviously the thing we want to do there, right? How are we doing for snacks? We've eaten 30. Maths works. We've eaten 30, so we've been here for 10 days so far. 5. Oh, there's 2 of them, that's why. Okay, mission data, by the way, up in the top left of the screen tells you how long things have been running for. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, guys. We don't have an engineer with us, and it takes an engineer to attach the engineering system. Ah! All right. I'm going to do... we're going to go over here. Switch to. We're going to do a quick save, and we're going to see if this guy's jet backpack has enough. Yeah, thanks, 3. Thanks. We're going to go see if this guy's backpack has what it takes. EVA. Find our target. Where are we looking over here? It says target. Okay. All right. Oh, man, I'm not feeling overly hopeful about this. I mean, that said, could work. Could work. All right. Let's get the fuel up. Go. If we use less than half the fuel, we'll be right. Of course, slowing down is going to take more than speeding up. Thankfully, we've got an EVA fuel replacement canister in the refuel pod. So that was pretty good. Okay, let's have a look at what our what our orbit is doing right now. Gotta keep adding, 3.3. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. The problem is going to be, how do I stop myself smashing into the floor too hard? Okay, that's a 3.0. Boom. I'm going to save that because... Oh, no. Oh, no, we're not even making it halfway. All right. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. No problem. No problem. Good job I did that quick save, right? I did do that quick save, right? Gonna have to try and stop ourselves hitting the floor too hard. As far as I'm aware, actually, to be honest, all I need to do is stop my vertical speed being too excessive. Yeah, we can bounce. Which is good, because this is gonna hurt. No, this is gonna hurt too much. Oh, look, you're still there. Hey Cubic, welcome back. We have just discovered that we have a small issue. I really hope I did that quick save, because I just loaded it. For suddenly we're in orbit of the moon. Okay, wasn't quite where I was expecting it to. Wait, where are we? Oh no. Oh no. Right, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to. Man, why didn't someone confirm that I'd done the save? Okay, we're going back. We're going back. That's fine. Yeah, good. There should be a way to load. Can I load the persistent? I'm not crashed, you're crashed. KSP jumpsuit. I'm not going to mess with that, actually. Let's go back to the Space Center and just deal with it. But yeah, things are going incredibly well, Seb. So the problem we've got, and I'll explain this quickly, is we don't have an engineer in the rover. And the rover doesn't have a docking port on it. So there's no way to attach one without an engineer. Engineers could normally use the tools that I included in the launch ship. Suggestions and ideas, guys. What should we do? What should we do about this? Suggestions and ideas. While you do that, I'm going to come down to something down the bottom here. Yeah. So I'm not sure how to get fuel into the rover. Obviously, we need to like send another one up at some point. Add an external seat. Yeah, this is good. Send an engineer there. I think you might be right. Yeah, send an engineer in an expendable mission. Okay, not expendable mission, in a new mission. Do we have like this one here? This is a fairly good rocket to get our guys there and back, right? We've used this thing before. Let's just have a look at landing leg options, because it doesn't look like it's got any. Like this. If I come from the back here. Okay. Then let's. Got the wrong thing, that's why. You start retracted. Okay, there we go. Big. Easy repurposing of a craft. It's even got a little remote control. Get out of here, Jeb. Gah. Oh. You know what? Other than Bill, we don't have an engineer. We're going to send Bill out, and then we're going to hire a new engineer. Can we? Yeah. Mawig. Very, very not stupid. I like that. Or we got Galuki or Ellery. I'm feeling Magwig. Let's send let's hire Magwig. Okay, we'll send her out on a bit of a mission at some point, but first we need to do this to emergency call out. Okay, cool. Let's save it. Go. Lee, I miss Lee. Oh, Leah. Oh, the loading screens. Smash myself in the face. Come on, let's get on with it. Okay, cool. Everything good and set and ready to go? It looks like maybe 3, 2, 1, go. And we want to be going this way. Beautiful pro-grade marker follow. That's amazing. That's the type of thing we want. Oh, wow. Why is suddenly frames? We'll have to see if we can do something about that at some point. It keeps popping back and forth. Maybe a small restart might be in order at some point. Maybe. Got to keep this going over, though. doesn't look like we're quite equatorial, so I'm going to try and like tap us over to that. Get us coming down. We're at 5 kilometers up. It's a little bit more of a steep climb than I'm particularly used to, but man, look at the G-forces right now. Look at them. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. We're going to have good times. Maybe a better PC. I mean, maybe, but I don't think the PC's the biggest issue. In fact, I need to get my copy of Windows 10 off someone so I can actually do a complete reinstall of this one. That is the hard drive that's holding me back. It's the hard drive that's holding me back. Okay, ready for... Wow, burning up in the atmosphere, maybe. Just want these to burn out, and I'm going to turn that off, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to let the friction of the air take this away. Have I seen the new Sonic trailer? I've not, actually. It got flashed up at me yesterday, and I didn't click on it, and I've not seen it since, which is unfortunate. Look at the way they just kind of like drift past each other there. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I need to get a new hard drive. You are very much correct there. Very much correct. In fact, let's open up Task Manager and see what's failing right now. It reckons it's my CPU? Get out of here. Go on, have a laugh. Oh, it's because of OBS. All right, fair enough. Wow, looks like I need a new chip, guys. Ooh, looks like I need a new chip. It's less Soul Stealer-like. Right, we need to extend the solar panel. Extend the solar panel. It's a well thought out ship. We have definitely been doing stuff here before. I like it. And extend that antenna. What have we got underneath here? Did we include a full science package? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's close that up as well. Looks more like the actual Sonic. That's good. That's good. No, it's not my graphics card that's letting me down right now. It is my CPU, because I am trying to, like, obviously encode all this and throw it out the window at the same time. That's it. There's a whole bunch of stuff also eating up CPU stuff in the background. No, I'm only at 50 at the moment. GPU's 30. Yeah. Oh, well, who knows? Who knows? I did see it hit 99 a second ago. That's what I was a little bit worried about. Yeah, I'll have to go check out the Sonic trailer, see what's going down. But honestly, what can you even do with a Sonic movie? Oh no, Robotnik's turning everyone into robots. Let's make some friends. Close System 32. Yeah, good idea, man. Good idea. This like WPX thing, yeah. Is the skipper gonna see us into space? I wish I'd put a mainsail on this. We'd be in orbit already. So there's well, I suppose that's Blunderbirds, right? I was about to say there's obviously a small little series of people going out with Kerbal attachment system and saving craft that are stranded places. But yeah, that's Blunderbird. So don't mind me. I was just thinking out loud. Now we got big circles to make out of this little circle. It's gonna be a little bit of a hard effort, but I think we're gonna make it. As you can see, our periaps are just up by my mouse over here. I'm not sure whether you can see that or not. I can barely see it on my preview screen over here. I was like, what do they call that? What do they even call that? Well, the plot seems to be that Sonic is an alien and Robotnik wants to catch him to see what makes him run that fast. I mean, that has nothing to do with the games whatsoever. What? But yeah, cool. I mean, that kind of works. Just as long as they don't call him Eggman, you know? Just as long as they don't call him Eggman. Set that as target. Let's fly on out there. No. Set that as target. Come in. Click on this one. Add that maneuver. Just get going. Thunderbirds was your childhood in 2006 to 10. Your dad got them on CD. Okay. Why not Eggman? Eggman was kind of like the American marketing for it. I think. Maybe I've got it the wrong way around. Maybe that was actually the the Japanese one. But because I was exposed to Robotnik from the games and stuff, that's kind of what it is to me, and my innate in-group thinking as a human makes me go, no, it's not right, whenever I hear Eggman. And literally just that. Literally only that. I think I'm fairly sure that's the only reason. It wasn't the marketing that I grew up with. Alright, pull that nose down. Let's get over that. Let's get over it. Kind of noticing that it keeps stopping us so far away from the burn node. Alright, we've got to start our burn in 25 seconds. It's coming down to point in the right direction. I like to view this one like this so that I can see what my orbits are doing. 16 seconds to go, 15. Oh man, can we just like speed this up to ×2? Alright, watch me sail past it now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to fire up my engines anyway. Like, my start burn time is counting down, so whatever. Alright, finally getting onto a fairly good flight. Also, just connected up to the comm system and bounced it back. Nice. Doing the job that it was designed to do. English Robotnik. Okay, there we go. See? Like I say, I was exposed to one of them. I wasn't exposed to the other, and I didn't like it. Which I get now that, you know, the Japanese got to call the shots there, but whatever. Add maneuver, bring it down. Yeah, and I definitely want one of these so that we don't end up trying to chase the surface of the moon around again. I think that's probably the best shot. Something like that. Okay. Okay. So we want this pointed retrograde, but when we get to the moon, we want it pointed retrograde. Everyone say bye-bye to Kerbin. Bye-bye, Kerbin. Woo. It's nice. It's nice. You can call the shots if you get a gun. Oh, dude. A lot of gun talk today. I mean, I get, like, Californian gun massacre and stuff, but it's definitely worse than the Mario movie. The Mario movie is low-key good. All right? I watched that as a mid-teenager. I don't know, whenever it came out, all right? And I was legitimately impressed. It's got nothing to do with Mario. All right, let's just put that out there. Other than the fact that there's a few names that are the same, it's nothing to do with Mario. But it's a good movie. I don't know about good. It's a passable movie. A movie that you can watch whilst having drinks with your friends. Need to see if there will be any recordings of what, buddy? Have I lost track of stuff? Generally. All right, let's bring this down. It's a bit like The Room as levels good. Oh, the Room, the movie. Okay, yeah. I was like, what? This room I'm sat in? What? But yeah, of course. You know, I don't think I've seen The Room, actually. I don't think I've seen The Room. I'm guessing it's one of these films you'd know if you watched. I think I remember it being advertised. Oh, man. Ooh. I mean, is this going to make it easier to get to that or harder? I know. We've definitely got ourselves a bit of a conundrum. Okay, how are we doing for snacks here? Bill's doing incredibly... Oh, this is Bill, right? This is Bill, yeah? Yeah, Bill Kerman, doing incredibly well for snacks. You can see that your girlfriend deals with small kids. Bye-bye, Kerbin. It's not just that. I would do that anyway. I'm quite an immature man. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. Alright, here we go. You know, we could probably get this just before it goes into nighttime. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? We'll add the maneuver here, and we'll drag it down, and we'll aim to land sort of where the other ship is, because by the time we get round there, hopefully angular momentum would have done its thing and carried the planet around that way. Maybe not as much as I would like. Something like that one. It's getting closer to what I want. It's getting closer to what I want. We'll go for that, because it goes over the top of the craft we're trying to rescue. Oh man, we should have totally been flying the fuel tanker at the same time. So I may have slightly rolled back to the wrong quick save at some point. So we need to also launch the other thing out. That's cool though. That's cool. That's why we send these people with a lot of snacks. All the snacks. Okay, let's go over this way. What just went weird over there? Okay, let's bring this down and through. I'll go with that. That looks good to me. Right, we got a targeting thing. Radial. No target as of yet. Let's just land this bad boy, and then we'll see how it goes. We still got like all this fuel in here. Should I just drop it now? Might be a plan. This has got a little bit of fuel. Okay, that's the crater we're going for, right? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, I think this is time enough for us to start thinking about when we need to point backwards and stuff. Hopefully we won't bring the end of the flight in too much. It'd probably be a good idea to point up slightly, especially as we just burn the last of this skipper out. About there will do for me. Yeah, perfect. If anything, a little bit too up. Right, that's our fuel tank dry. So goodbye to the skipper. Turn this over. Okay, nice. Should be able to see the target marker somewhere, surely. Oh, we're not targeted. Why not? There we go. Okay, that works for me. You can see that we're almost over the top of it. Maybe I want to push it sideways a bit. Yeah, okay. I'm going to change the stability assist. I'm going to push sideways so that we are facing along the vector that pushes the retrograde node. Bam. That should have made it so we line up just a little bit better with the landing. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a little bit better. A little bit better. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's a lot better. A lot better. Right, where are we going to land this thing? It's still overshooting a little bit, so let's see if we can bring it down almost directly on top of them. Something like this. Hit the right stability assist. That would help immensely. I don't know. Do I want to meet them on the flat bit, or do I want to get into the crater with them? Because none of this is flat here. That's the other problem. Not a single bit of this is flat. Landing gear down. Why do they make that noise? Like hydraulic pumps working or something? I don't know. Quick save. meet on the flat a bit. Okay, we're going to go up here. I mean, that's where I'm headed for anyway, to be fair. It's going to be pretty hard for me to miss it now. I mean, I can still give it a go, though. Looking good, looking good. Start slowing our downward velocity a bit. We're coming down at almost exactly 200 meters per second. But as we got 7 kilometers to clear, that's not too ridiculous. I wanted to click my retrograde there, thanks. Yeah, no, we're doing good. I want to clear this ridge first. If I start trying to arrest my horizontal speed too fast, we'll end up... What was that? Explosions! That'll be the fuel tank we brought along with us. I bet we could put fuel tank on top of the thing we just brought with us and end up with a much better landing craft for the fuel tank. Something that would actually bring it with us. You found some horrific video that you're not going to share in the chat, right? Because that would totally be not a thing to do, 3. just putting that out there. Orbit, surface. Was it? Lol. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Either way, I get to laugh at these jokes before they actually get released on the chat. Okay, it's not the flattest we could have done with up there, I suppose. .3, let's just start bringing that down a little bit. I think we're doing well. How far off the floor are we? 140 meters. It's looking pretty flat. It's not the flattest I've ever seen, but it's looking pretty good. I'm changing to radial out so that when we get down so slow, it doesn't like try and bounce its way around to the retrograde. That's probably a top tip, actually. Because you see how that retrograde just decided to bounce around a little bit more than once. Has that caused me to die? Okay, we can't focus on that one over there. Let's do that now, shall we? Switch to. Gonna drive this up. The Flat Mun Society. It's obviously flat. Just look at it. Why do we always see the same side? I'm more likely to buy that the moon is flat than the Earth is flat. Too many people travel across from America to Russia or whatever, you know. The Pacific travel is a thing. It's a projection. Yeah, exactly. Incidentally, you're never going to get me to actually agree to that stuff. Crew report. No, I want reaction wheels. SAS only. Thanks. Just kind of hold flat for me as best you can. I mean, could you imagine if we had the tech to do that? Road trip? We'll just go 4 kilometers. It's going to be fine. 4 kilometers. So what would be your ideal way of traveling around our real life moon? I think some sort of I don't know. What do you want? You want like a jetpack, really. You want to be traveling like as close to bare bones as possibly. Obviously, we can't survive without like EVA suits and stuff like that. What do they call them? NMUs, something like that. I can't remember exactly what the acronym stands for. It's like the movement vehicle or something. They're very much like little vehicles on their own. Will sound like a great idea, but it's very dusty on the moon because, like, on Earth, right, we've got this wind and water and compaction systems and ways that things get cemented together. Things like power armors, good idea. Those bounty things from Battleship the movie. I don't think I've ever seen that, buddy. But I'm hoping you mean a Zorb, because that's pretty cool. A Zorb would be a great way of moving around, much better than wheels. Because on the moon, it's been hit by tiny little meteors for the past 4 billion years or whatever, right? This is a terrible point of view. Let's go like that. It's been hit by meteors for the past 4 billion years. So everything is ground up to a tiny, tiny little bit of dust particles. So that's why the dust is such a big problem on the moon, because it is so fine, and it doesn't stick itself back together like it does on Earth to make new rocks. Have I read that? I've not read Artemis. I should do, though. I'll probably wait until they make the movie of it, right? I mean, if they made a movie of The Martian, they'll probably make a movie of Artemis. I don't understand how Andy Weir got to be so famous, all right? I've read many books that tell the same story as The Martian or whatever. Many books. There are a lot of very small sci-fi authors out there that are telling mind-blowing stories, also stories that you can relate to. But this Andy Weir bloke comes out of nowhere, and before he's even released the book, he's famous. How does that happen? How did we know about the book before it got released? You know. I mean, obviously it's publishing companies and stuff like that. But why are they not doing their magic for other people? It's the same for pop singers or whatever. There are people out there that sing just as well, if not better, than almost all the pop artists out there. Of course, pop artists are more than just singers. They're front faces for the music company, right? They got to look good, they got to act good, they got to do all this stuff. I kind of lost the thread of my thing there, but yeah. Well, so how does that happen? How do these people just pop into existence? Like J.K. Rowling, right? First thing she wrote was Harry Potter. Yeah, first thing, pretty much. How? Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be like Harry Potter is a terrible book, because actually it's quite a good book. Okay, but there are a lot of coming of age teen wizarding books out there. How did this one be the famous one? Well, that's 2 kilometers of our 4 kilometer drive. So Artemis is more about the AI than the actual base, right? If I remember correctly, because it was really confusing that Andy Weir writes a book called Artemis, and then the same year NASA is like, yeah, the Artemis program for the moon. Oh god, guys, it's not helpful. Oh, look at this drive, yeah. Okay, we got to turn up the hill here. Got to turn up the hill. Man, 2 kilometers. She pleasured the right people. I mean, maybe, who knows? That is the thing. Something has happened. I'm going to say deal with the devil, but not. I don't mean like the actual devil, right? Yeah, whoever is the head of these corporate businesses is obviously the person that happened. No, the habitation on the moon, the book, and the economy of it. Oh, okay, all right, my bad. I thought he was AIing it up. Okay, my bad. Like I said, got to read it. Do they do an audiobook? Of course they do an audiobook. I spend I don't know, about an hour a week walking back and forth from here to mine. So I could probably nail it in a year. I don't know. I'm not really an audiobook consumer. I listen to podcasts whilst I'm going to sleep. I'm in big inverted commas, going to sleep. Whilst I'm laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, going like. I gave up doing that a few years ago, and listened to podcasts instead. But which means I don't listen to the end of the podcast. I'm sure you guys are aware of this, and that's why I've tried listening to not audiobooks, but I suppose they are audiobooks, aren't they? Audiobooks, but on YouTube, while sleeping, and I just never know where I am. I have to jump through, and there'll be bits that I listen to that I'm like, oh yeah, no, I've not heard this bit, so I jump to a little bit beforehand. Start listening through, listen to this new stuff, and then listen to the bit that I've heard before. And it's like, oh no, what? How is this a thing? Okay, of course, once we get to our emergency engineer, we then need to send the fuel tank back out, because that was a mistake of a quick load, though. Maybe we'll make a new quick save when we get down there as well, just so I don't send us back in time again by accident. I was fairly sure I hit the save button, but obviously the computer disagrees, and the computer is the arbiter in these things, so that's... I've got like that with your videos when I watch them fall asleep. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. But, you know, I'm quite happy with that, because that means you then go back and watch it again and give me some higher viewer retention. Okay, here we come in. Last 500 meters. Do you reckon we should start slowing down now? I've played this game before. It takes a while to slow down sometimes. Nah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Rain noises that have 2-hour shut-off times. Yeah, I mean, that rain noise doesn't occupy my brain. Unfortunately, my brain's just like, that's interesting background. Anyway, should we talk about this now? I'm just like, no, brain, shut up. Shut up. Yeah, but remember that thing you did 10 years ago? It was like, no, brain, just shut up. How about we try and figure out how to solve the world's problems? The brain, I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, stuff like that. As a rain, I get to pee. All right, let's hold off here. Okay, we got a little moon configuration coming together. Back to the space center. We didn't do the save. Didn't do the save. Okay, we've got 15 minutes to get to the moon. Do you reckon we can do it? I reckon we can do it. I'm not sure about that pinpoint landing business again, but because this one needs to pinpoint more than the other one. Yo, under 16s, where you at? To be honest, there's 5 people here. I think we've got 1 over 40, 1 under 16, and the rest are about 20-ish. I might be wrong there. Quick demographic survey if people would be up for sharing that. I mean, if they just give me an age range. I don't really care. I'm going to carry on talking to you in the same manner. So instead of solving world's problems, I just get super depressed. Nah. That's. I mean, nah. Not down for that, man. I would rather think about extravagant means of doing ridiculous things that will never actually get done. You know. So this wasn't good enough, right? Did we agree that this just was not good enough? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this away. No, we're going to take more than that away. We're going to leave the... No, we're not going to leave the fairing on top, because there is no fairing on top. Okay, that's... Do I want the... I don't want the fairing. Well, I mean, if I'm going to do a fairing, let's come down here. We'll do the 2-meter fairing. Please. Thank you. And then we can just come straight up here and not have any problems whatsoever. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay, there and there. There we go. Oh, yeah, looking good. Can I change the style of it? I like that black and white one. We'll go with that. And then we want to put a big chunker of a mid-stage underneath. We're going to put that there. And making sure that we have got the moon delta, not delta V, to weight ratios sorted out. I want to... Ooh, click outside my screen. I want to do the same thing twice in a row. Click on there. I mean, that skiff, that's a pretty big, powerful engine. Is that good enough? What's the to weight? 6.92 on the moon. I like that. And nothing like escaping my problems by sci-fi or fiction. Seb, you got it, man. You got it. You'd rather not, but I don't choose that. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, what we're doing here. This has... I just want to see what the thrust is in vacuum. 1.25, 3... Oh, it's double the thrust. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, cool. Sweet and other good words. We then want to put like some sort of big old decoupling system on. I tell you what I do also want to do, and I'm not sure if I've got the parts for it. Engines. No, pods. On one of these. And we kind of want to stick it here somewhere. I'm going to do this like this. We go to a cubic octagonal. We put it on this little line here. We then grab ourselves the Probidyne core, we stick it there, and then this just functions like a little control system. Just enables us to do what we need to move it around and do other crazy things. I would also like some electricals, and I suppose we need to remember to put some communication devices on it. Maybe these fold away ones, because we'll totally remember to deploy them. Okay, good start. 2.5 delts. Is this still turned off, right? Yeah, it's still turned off. Good. What have I done here? Ah, I see. I thought that was all fuel tank. Right, over here. Let's get the big engine out. Put that down there. And then we have a big old mainsail on the bottom. Do we have the mainsail? We got the mainsail, yes. Already we've probably got enough, but just to, just to make sure, we can, of course, put down some hydraulic manifolds, slap 3 of those around. Do I have the bore boosters? Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, they are. There we go. Bam. We'll pop those there with my beautiful face smiling out at everybody. And then we'll go fuel tanks, fuel lines. We'll duck this up to that. Beautiful. Does it look central to you? Yeah, it looks central enough. And then I want something like these. I like the way that these ones angle inwards. We could, of course, just go straight for like that and do that one. Or indeed, we have aerodynamic nose cones down here. But I like the other one because it's actually got like fuel in it. And extra fuel, always good. I hope you agree. I hope you agree. Oh man, we are not going to get this launched. Okay, does that look better? In fact, let's pick that up. Do this again. I don't like it when it clips through. It makes me fear that it's not going to work. Okay, that's looking good. Do we need to strut it up? Probably. I've never known us not to need to. Struts, bam. All right, anything else we are missing before I hit go? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds while I'm putting the struts on to find out. But I've got a feeling we're good. Got a feeling we're good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll take that. Doesn't seem to be doing it on this side. What's up with that, yo? Okay. Good. More than enough fuel. We might even end up with this being a fuel tanker for us as well. All right, go. Missing some engines. I don't think I am, buddy. I'll show you why not, man. I know what you're thinking, I think. But the bore boosters have fuel tank and engine boost made into one. So these down the bottom here. Oh. These down here. No engines needed. They're good on their own. Good shout though. Good shout. Well spotted. It's good. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Oh man, it's got thrust. It thrusts. Let's bring that down. In fact. Oh, too much. Press prograde. Okay, so one of the things we could have done with is some fins on the bottom. But I think all in all we're doing okay. I'm not sure what's getting pushed on my machine right now. Nothing is actually complaining. Yeah, everything's well within like low parameters. I mean, my CPU's being used by 60, but you know, 60%. My GPU's only being 30% utilized. I'm using half the memory. I don't know what's causing this weird sort of oomphness, you know? Look at it. Fuel tanks are in place, so that's going well. Let's bring that down even lower. I don't like to push through 2G's acceleration if I can possibly avoid it. How high are we going right now? We ain't too high. We can afford to get a little higher. All right, how high shall we get, guys? How high shall we get? 60, 70? I think I'm going to aim for 80. It's pretty good at orbit, if you ask me. Could be net fluctuations. Mine's been iffy due to the heavy rain. Maybe. Okay, let's just keep a little bit of thrust going. Look how strong it is compared to the rest of what's going on, though. Oh, yeah. Some point very soon we're going to pop out the top of the atmosphere. We should definitely deploy these antennae before we end up in trouble. Seems to be twisting away at quite a rate. I'm alright with that. Definitely told it to look over that way. But what SAS do we have on this craft? None at all. So we're gonna use that engine to like bounce us back. As soon as we get over, to be honest, I kind of want to be down there. I just want to look horizon-wise. Gonna use the power of the mainsail to get us there. Okay, that's looking good actually. Are we out the top yet? We are out the top. Okay, how close to the apoaps do I want to get before I start thrusting? About that far, because I don't think it's going to take us long to circularize it. Right, last 5 minutes. Hopefully we'll at least get to the orbit of the moon. Place your bets now of how far we're going to get before I'm like, you know what, guys, we're going to have to end it. Okay, bye-bye, you guys. Bye-bye, those tanks. Mainsail doing its job, pushing forwards. We're kind of nosing down a little bit so I can understand why we weren't getting to the apoaps. No SAS. Yeah, you know, man. You know, who needs to turn in space, right? Who needs to turn in space? What we should have is actually a little bit of monoprop. Because this is a big old chunky machine and we need big old chunky thrusters to move it, right? It's the way I feel anyway. Alright, I'm going to just go prograde and see how that works out for us. And I notice it's kind of pulling us sideways a little bit. That's fine, that's fine. SAS is for wusses, yeah. Yeah, we need aerodynamics is overrated and SAS is for wusses. Honestly, without one, you kind of need the other. But, yeah, I'm not going to admit that live on stream. What? Stop putting words in my mouth. Go. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's how we get to the moon. Where's the moon? There it is. Set a target. I mean, I did target it, right? Yeah, cool. Let's get back to Kerbin. Let's figure out where we want to go from this. Just use the thrust of the air. Exactly. Add maneuver. Get me out of there. Let's do it. Faster. More. Bring that in. It's a little strong. I want to be on this side of the moon. Okay, like that. Or do I? Going the other way definitely gives us a better approach to the landing site. But whatever. It doesn't bother me. We're just going to hit warp to here. We're going to let this drift round. And then I'm just going to hit blast off. And we're going to see how well it goes. And hopefully it'll be great. Hopefully it will be great. No, hey, cool doctor. Yes, I do very much. How you doing, buddy? How's it been? It's been some time, man. What have you been up to? Hopefully just like living a great life and having good times. That's what I like people that I know to be doing, to be fair. Why don't we have connection? I've got like all of these relays here specifically for this. Specifically for this. What is going on? Where is my, like, triangle of power? It's kind of moved around a bit, but it's still there. Ah! Not ideal. Not ideal. Can we deploy this without connection? We can't. Okay. I mean, why isn't you? Why isn't you? More importantly, if you're connecting up to there, why am I not connecting up to there? I definitely got round to deploying these. Oh. Okay, so we can do this, but we're on the wrong side of the planet. I see. Are we going to be on the right side of the planet by the time we get to the maneuver node? No, but we might by the time we get just past the maneuver node. Let's see when we got some sun on our panels. A broke college student, but other than that, great. You're a computer between classes. Brilliant. What are you studying, man? Always interested in what people are studying. Mainly because I like to talk new thinkings and stuff, you know. Okay, we've got some electric charge underway. Did we just go for it? I'm just gonna go for it. We're a minute late for our burn, but who cares? We're just going to the moon. How hard can it be? How hard can it be? Oh, I'm gonna point up here somewhere. You're studying chemistry. Is that what all the maths has been for 3? So you can understand the chemistry. Oh, chemistry was, yeah, the chemistry was hard. I remember that. I preferred physics maths. Preferred physics maths a lot. Okay, we're going to drop this piece. Didn't realise we were quite there, but here we go. And now, beautiful, beautiful. Double major in computer science and theatre. Dude, I did, we call it drama over here, but I did drama for my GCSEs. Didn't quite take it through to A level, but there we go. Boop. All right, we totally could just go land this thing now. I say that, but we are fast running out of time. I want to at least get this in orbit around the moon. When I say fast running out of time, I think we may have actually already run out of time, but I'm going to get this in orbit around the moon. Do you think we'll be able to make the landing in time? Oh no, I'm expecting a phone call soon. Lights and sound. Okay, yeah. All right, sweet, man. Yeah, that's really cool. That is really, really cool. Okay, so we've still got time according to my phone. And my phone is the one that matters, obviously. Let's come into... Why am I not looking at the craft we're looking at? Brrr, through them all. And once you get to Elu, the next one that you want is the craft you're looking at. Okay. Should again be pointed backwards, but we're not. So I'm going to just do this. Again, who needs SAS, right? And we're aiming for that clump of stuff down there. Why you need derivatives and matrices in chemistry is a mystery. So you can figure out how the molecules move, right? Check out Ray Punk. It's a 40s genre of art. Okay, that sounds cool, man. Ray Punk. That is a new name to me. Look at this boy drift. He be a drifty boy. Okay, can we use a little bit of fuel to get around there quicker? Be really nice if we could. Just a little bit faster than that. Okay, so we're getting close to the point where I'm like, wow, we're pointed like not backwards, or not forwards, sorry. Basically retro future. Oh, that stuff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I've probably seen a fair amount of things before. I just don't know the names of them. Okay, that's quite a cool looking approach here. Let's get down nice and low. Circularize up, see how we can drop down on top of them. Excuse me. Oh, it's going to take a while. Like 2000 AD or old science movie posters. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm down. Man, I've not read any 2000 AD for time. I've got a friend who's like super into it. Is this actually doing its turn? Has this actually got... Yeah, I suppose it is. Is that the button I want? Toggle map. Ooh. 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 How long has this been here? Ooh. Not seen that before. Not seen that before. Is there any way of speeding this up? Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Faster, faster. Yeah, okay, so next time, people need to remind me of more SAS on my craft. Okay, got it turning. That's the important thing there. Okay, are we even going to be close to lining up with it? Hey, that's pretty good for me. Let's put ourselves to crash in the crater. Make a quick save. Oh no, that's not a quick save. Go to M. Make a quick save. What's the best way of coming in here? I'm always tempted to go, hey, let's just warp over here and do it by eye. Probably not actually the best plan, but it's the one I'm going for. In fact, let's slow us down because I feel like right here is where I want to be to grab this, add a maneuver, pull it down a bit so that we go over the top of the craft and then put it in. Does that look right? It looks better than where we're at right now. That's the important bit. Come on, get me over there. We can do this. Seb, your comment has been held for review for obscenities, and I'm afraid I've got to actually agree with YouTube here. If you can reword your post, you can let it out. Okay, let's let that get down there. Okay, sweet. Sweet. We should now just be up for a nice straight landing. No tricks. No funny business. Just get down for a landing. I don't know how like responsive this engine is either. That's the crater we're going for. Look at it. All right, see you later, Cool Doctor. To be fair, we are very much nearly done. So it was really good to hear from you again, though, buddy. Really good to hear from you again. Moon. Moon. To be fair, looks like we are lined up really well. Oh, let's not let that electric charge die over there. Oh, look at that. I want to go hibernate in warp auto. I want to point you to radial out, and I want to give it a little bit of thrust so that we can get this this engine charge back. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I don't mind you venting. It's just like the language use, you know. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I really hope to catch you around, man. I really hope to catch you around. Look at that fuel use. No, that's a little strong, actually. That's not where we want it to be. I want it to be pointed directly upwards. If we go orbit surface, then radial out. That's the problem we got there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, what's going on with our actual orbital dynamics here? It's good. I like it, actually. I like it. From going from there, I'm now going to hit retrograde so that we can start thinking about how to actually slow down. And we should just be a couple of seconds away from a beautiful landing here. Obviously, the biggest worry is overshooting, undershooting. Trying to land in the repair zone over here. We'll see how it works out. Okay, yeah, we are going to overshoot, aren't we? By quite a margin now that I stop and look at it. Okay, let's use the map. The map's pretty good at this point. There's no pretty good about it. The map is super good at this point. Okay, now that we're getting close, I'm just going to hit retrograde and let's start slowing ourselves down. Okay, we should now be dropping straight down. Sorry about the concentration there, guys. I was concentrating, as I just said. Hopefully, this will land us great. Whether the SAS is going to help or hinder at this point, I don't know. Look how quick we're spinning around. I might have to drop the launch stage at some point if we don't get all the way around. Not the launch, the coast stage, sorry. Surface, radial out, please. If you could just do that. I don't really care much about anything else right now. 14 kilometer, we're not though, are we? 9 kilometers up. Oh well. I think we're fine though. I think we're fine. As soon as we get pointed around, I'm just going to hit the engine for all it's worth and we'll see what it can do. Actually, I am going to hit retrograde because we do have a little bit of sideways velocity here, and I would ideally like that to not be the case. Okay, we seem to be doing alright, actually. We seem to be doing alright. I would like to, if we can, push my vector over this way so that we can think about landing actually on the ship. Or close to, anyway. Ideally, we would be landing right on top, but there are all sorts of considerations here. In particular, I don't want to land this ship directly on top of another one and blow it up. It's a definite possibility right now. I would like to be closer than a kilometer. Let's let the radial out carry us for the moment. I've got a feeling we're very close to 0 vertical motion. Yeah, look at this. How do we get closer? How do we get closer? Okay, we'll just have to take it, I think. We'll just have to take it. We can move both the engineer and the rover 100 meters. And still that sideways velocity back. Be like, thanks very much, but I kind of don't need it anymore. Okay, the radials are out. Still feel like I want to go this way a bit. Yeah, just fly myself sideways quick. What could go wrong? Looks like it might be alright, actually. Have I seen Hardcore Henry? I know of Hardcore Henry. I've not seen it yet. I'm not surprised to hear you talk about it, though, to be fair, another 3. Seems like your type of thing, you know. Let's just now radial out if we can, please. Ooh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, 200 meters is pretty good. I'm gonna be pretty happy about that when we get there. Oh no, radial. Remember what I was saying about keeping it on radial so it doesn't go nuts. There we go. Five, 4. Three, 4. I mean, come on, a little bit less than that. And a perfect touchdown. It's too tall though. It's gonna hit stuff. No. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time where we're actually going to load up that because we needed the stuff that was in the container there. But I'll see you then when we're going to do that. Bye.